This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday evening. I'm James Spann. Big storms in pockets across Alabama with hail because of cold air aloft this evening. Let's go in there and take a look at some of the sky scenes. This was a view from Calhoun County near White Plains. A pretty ominous shelf cloud there. That storm produced some hail at Weaver. In fact, the hail looked like this, fairly small hail. And because the air up top is so cold, the heavier storms will be doing that throughout the rest of this afternoon and early tonight, so keep that in mind. There's the big picture. Cold upper trough over the eastern part of the United States. That was a radar at 2:47. The big storm that brought the hail to Calhoun County is now well north of Atlanta, around Calhoun, Georgia. But new storms are forming over northwest Alabama. Those have gotten a good bit stronger. In fact, in the last few minutes, we've had reports of hail at Scottsville in the western part of Marion County. And that's going to be the issue. Here's a look at the analysis at 500 millibars, about 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground. And you can see temperatures are minus 14, minus 15 degrees Celsius. That's very cold. So that's going to be the main threat. And because of the hail threat, the guys at SPC maintain the standard slight risk of severe weather for parts of North Alabama for the rest of this afternoon and tonight. And the core threat for the storms with hail will basically come over about the next 5 or 6 hours. The risk extends as far north as Cincinnati and as far south as south central Arkansas. The tornado probabilities are higher north of the state over Tennessee and Kentucky, and even there, they're not especially high. But down this way, hail is clearly the main threat. Then for tomorrow, we have the 5% severe weather possibilities over North Alabama. That is underneath the slight risk, no formal risk. But again, because of the cold air aloft, some of the storms tomorrow afternoon, where they form, could be fairly strong. This is the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning. Amounts vary from 2 to 3 inches near the Tennessee border down to basically nothing around Eufaula and Dothan down in southeast Alabama. And the tropics in the Atlantic Basin are quiet, although the GFS is latching on to some idea of something developing down in the Gulf. Of course, been doing that all season long, but this one's had some unusual consistency, and we'll take a look at that here in just a little bit. Look at modeling. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock local time. And again, this is at 500 millibars. The trough axis beginning to move away. We'll go through some of the modeling. This is the high-resolution HRRR model, valid today at 5 o'clock. And you can see the scattered showers and storms about. And again, those could produce some hail, where they're especially north of Interstate 20. Now, this is after midnight. This is 4 a.m. Everything's kind of winding down with the activity well to the northeast up toward Chattanooga and Knoxville, Tennessee. This is the synoptic scale map tomorrow at 1 o'clock off the GFS. And again, another lobe is coming through the base of the trough, and it's kind of like today. That could kick off some storms over North Alabama. The timing is somewhat questionable. This is the high-res NAM at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and this is suggesting we could see a nice swath of rain at that point. So we could see some storms tomorrow morning, and then by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, they thin out, and they're mainly north of here. We're not saying it's going to look exactly like that, but the bottom line is we'll maintain a chance of scattered showers and storms tomorrow. The storms could come at any hour of the day, so keep that in mind if you're working outdoors. Now, this is Wednesday. We're kind of in between the waves. The trough is lifting out, so I think the day will be relatively dry. The chance of a shower looking very small. I think we almost can drop that from the forecast, and we warm up. Bigness values coming up with mid-80s likely. Thursday, another impulse coming in from the west. That might squeeze out a few showers, mainly over the northern third of the state, north of Birmingham. Down to the south, the weather fine. If you headed down to the Shrimp Festival this weekend at Gulf Shores, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, weather down there looks absolutely fantastic. This is Friday. Here comes a cold front north of the state. I think the bulk of the day Friday will be dry, and the question is, where does that front stop? Because here's the deal. This is Saturday, and the front is parallel to the upper airflow, so it's not going to be pushing south. And this run really stalls it around Interstate 40 up in Tennessee, suggesting that on Saturday, the better opportunity of showers could be a bit north of here. But clearly, with that front in the vicinity, we'll mention a chance of at least scattered showers and storms. And the front goes nowhere Sunday, so again, showers and storms are possible, but it's not a washout or an all-day kind of rain. Just keep in mind there could be some rain at times over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Highs should be in the upper 70s to near 80 on both days. The sun may be out at times, but also it's going to be cloudy at times. And here's Monday of next week. The front, again, just dissipating in place, and that's suggesting some risk of showers on Monday the 13th. And down to the south, evidence of this tropical system kind of sitting on the coast of Belize and Mexico, down below Acapulco. Let's go out there 4 more days, and The GFS brings it due north up toward Morgan City, Louisiana. And then on the 20th, it moves it back to the west with ultimate landfall on the Texas Gulf Coast. And look, this is nothing but pure voodoo here. This very well could not develop at all. Might wind up in the Atlantic, not touching land. We just don't know that yet, but there has been some good consistency in this idea. And remember, the Gulf has not been touched this season. There's a lot of latent heat energy there, so we'll keep watching. This is the end of the forecast on the 22nd. Height's not too far out of whack, and we've got a trough west of the state. And again, the GFS brings the system up from Texas up toward Texarkana, Arkansas, on the 22nd. And again, this pure wild speculation here. That is not a forecast. Temperatures for the next 15 days, relatively warm for the rest of this week, but we're seeing a good sign of a cool down out there toward mid to late month, around the 17th through the 21st. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can, catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.